Hey, I'm Beth, and I love travelling, but I only recently went on my first solo travel that I've been dreaming of doing for years. But why now, and where did this all start? Let's rewind. So, 2 days until I go on holiday. I still haven't booked half of it. But I have a car, so I'll be fine. I just started packing. I go in 2 days. It'll be fine. I'm not a last minute person, so this feels last minute to me. I guess it's not that last minute, but it is kind of last minute. But yeah. So basically, I was meant to be going away with my partner, but we split up. So I decided to just go on my own. And I'm going for 2.5 weeks, and I'm starting in Budapest and going down to Zagreb, and then it's my mum's birthday and she's going to Croatia with my dad, so me and my sister are going out to surprise her, but I just thought I'd go for a bit longer just to make it more of a road trip. So after Zagreb I'll drive down to Split to meet my sister, and we're going to stay in Split for a couple of days before driving down to Podgora where my parents are to surprise them, and then I'm going to go from there to Bosnia for a bit and then to Dubrovnik, and I'm flying home from Dubrovnik. So I'm going with 2 different airlines, so I need to check my baggage works for both of them. And I'm going for 2 different places. I'm getting a hire car from Zagreb to and then dropping it off in Dubrovnik. So I need to make sure that I can go into different countries with my hire car. There's loads of things. I haven't got insurance yet. I need travel insurance. The thing is, it's normally me that sorts this stuff out anyway, but it just feels different. I'm very scared, and I don't feel excited at all right now because I'm so nervous. So, in a week and a half, I go on holiday on my own for the first time ever at 26. And I'm scared, but also very excited. And I don't know if I'm going to, like, that's going to change when I'm on the plane, like there, actually going there, or if it's going to take a while for that to change, because I think I'm most worried about hiring a car. I've never driven, well, I've driven in Australia, but it's the same side of the road, whereas Europe's a different side of the road. And I've never driven on the opposite side of the road, and I'm on my own. And I'm going to Bosnia, and apparently the Google Maps doesn't work properly. Whoozee. It'll be fine. I'm excited. I'm not excited right now, but I will be. I've wanted to travel on my own for ages. And now's my chance. So, yeah. I think I'm gonna have to cut stuff down. And this is the bag that I'll take with me. I've got some clothes packed in there just in case, and my pyjamas. And yeah, so I fly tomorrow. That's a nice bag. I've really hurt my knee. I hit it on the door, which sounds like a joke, did it like 3 hours ago and it still really hurts. Let's hope it's better by tomorrow.
Teljesen szabadon hagyja a felszálláshoz. Az itt élő utasok helyezzenek minden.
So at this point I'd normally be really nervous and really anxious and stressed from the airport, but it was actually so chill. I saw this post recently about people pleasers having really good times travelling alone, and I feel like that just resonated a lot with this trip because I was just so relaxed at the airport and it was almost an enjoyable experience. So yeah. Even my suitcase breaking immediately as I lifted it off the conveyor belt and being broken and unusable basically for the rest of my trip didn't stress me out. Something's making a noise. Made it. Made it to the first hotel in Budapest. And I already met a stranger on the bus, and I think we're gonna meet up tomorrow. Which is crazy. I never make friends, things like this, because I'm so awkward. But he just started talking to me, and hopefully he's not weird. And he's really nice. He seems nice. Day one. Well, night on day one. So, how's it going so far? It's only 9 AM of the first day. Getting so caught up on like what I should do. Like if I should do something, if I shouldn't. I'm like overthinking everything. Like I met this guy on the bus yesterday and I'm like, he's a psychopath. When you're on your own, small decisions seem really big. Because you're the only one that's there to make a decision. Thought for the day, / hour, minute. What do you mean? So, Budapest. I'm not a big city person and it was really nice, but to me it was just kind of another city. I kind of did all the sightseeing stuff that you do, so I started by going to the castle district and going to the Fisherman's Bastion, which was pretty sick. Like all the architecture is beautiful if you're into stuff like that, which I am. So many different bridges over the river. They're all really beautiful. I stayed in the Budapest hostel one, which was really nice and everyone was really friendly. It's quite a party hostel, so if you're into that, it's really good. But it was really good for me just to build a bit more confidence because everyone's really friendly at party hostels. So, Belang Caves, maybe. So something I'd recommend doing was these caves. You can do like an adventure thing where you do actual caving, but I didn't know that until I got there, so I just did the tour and it was really cool. If you like caves, recommend. They're, caves. And there was 2 you could do, and it's a bit outside Budapest, but you can just get the bus there. It's really easy. Just download an app. Yeah.
Can call it off when it's all I've ever wanted. Can cause a scene when he'll never truly start it. If this goes south, could it only be because of me? Cause of you, I feel like lately I've been feeling hazy. Days they move so slowly. Could you be right?
On the way to Arpad Lookout. I hope I'm going the right way because the signs were in Hungarian. So whenever I'm going anywhere, I always look on a map to see if there's any green space, just because I love walking and hiking and stuff. So when I went to these caves, I noticed there was loads of green space, and I think it was a nature reserve. But actually, when I was in the caves, one of the people said they were going to this lookout called Arpang Lookout. So I just googled that and kind of walked towards it, and yeah, it was really nice. So I'd recommend that. Zaya. So I'll be honest, being in a cave with just 3 other people, can't do maths, 4 other people, was a bit creepy, especially as I was like on my own, but they were all really friendly, so it was all good in the end, just a bit creepy to begin with.
It really looks like stone flowers on the walls, isn't it? Vannak itt persze karfiolók is.
Enjoy a montage of me trying to be a social butterfly. Yeah, okay, it didn't last long, but we tried. So this was my last day in Budapest, and I just was exhausted and wanted to have a little wander and decompress a bit. I was also feeling a bit sick and my knee was killing me, so I just had a wander around this market, got some food, and then went up Hegi, which was so nice. It's just a beautiful park with beautiful views and was just top notch, would recommend. This is getting cringier and cringier. I feel like I should stop. I'm really, really sorry. Okay, yep.
Needed to be alone, I tried, but you were full of surprises, and I knew you were already mine. Can call it off when it's all I've ever wanted. Can cause
Right, so from Budapest, I was going to Zagreb, and I had booked a train. Of course, the seat that I reserved didn't exist, along with most of the people on the train. Their seats didn't exist. So I just had to sit and hope, and I was sat in people's seat, but luckily they let me stay there, because otherwise they probably would have cried. And yeah, it was a bit of a stressful train journey, not gonna lie, but I laughed my way through it, and you know what? It wasn't that bad. A lot of things went wrong, could have been better. Still came out the other side, made it there. Nothing's as bad as it seems. Zagreb. It was a bit of a fail. I arrived so late, I was so tired, but I tried to get up and go. I think I got up at like 11 or something. And I went to that market that was right outside the hostel. It was really good. It felt really artsy, and I really liked the energy there. But I just couldn't walk. My knee was hurting so badly. So I didn't really get to see much in Zagreb, so maybe I'll get to go back one day. But what I did see just gave me such a nice feeling. Yeah, felt like somewhere I'd want to live, and not just a holiday tourist destination. So everything got a bit overwhelming at this point. My leg was really hurting, and I was kind of stuck in the hostel, and I hadn't made any friends in Zagreb, so I felt pretty lonely. I know that's really dramatic, because I literally just left like my friends in Budapest like the day before, but everything feels really like all or nothing when you're traveling on your own. I guess it's just quite like heightened anxiety and adrenaline, so yeah, it just all hit me at this point, and I just laid in my hostel bed for a couple hours and dissociated, which is what I needed, and I picked right back up the next day, so it swings and roundabouts. I've hired a car. This is my first time driving on the opposite side of the road. On the opposite side of the car. I'm not too nervous, I'm just actually nervous to start. Like, once I start I'll be fine, I think. Hopefully. I need a post-it note to put on front of me saying drive on the right, I think. This journey, drive, whatever, was actually so fun. I normally wouldn't say fun, I would normally say stressful, because it was meant to take 2 hours, I think, and I was like, oh, I'll take the non-toll roads, it'll be more scenic, and don't have to pay, and I'm not in a rush. Like, I had 4 hours to get to where I needed to get, so double the time that I actually had, and it ended up taking me 4 hours. Yeah, it was insane. The roads were closed, and then there was no signal. Roads just randomly turned into gravel roads, and then back to normal roads. We're going through villages with no, like, all the houses were abandoned. And then there would be military, like, areas. Yeah, it was a bit weird, but it was really, like, an experience, and I'm really glad I did it, to be fair. But yeah. So I don't really have any footage of this because obviously concentrating on driving and everything going on around me. On my way down to Split, I decided to go to Plitvice or Plitvice lakes. I was very well aware that I knew it would be really crowded, and I think it was even more crowded than I could have imagined. Kind of ruined it for me. Like, that sounds really cringe, but it was just, there was so many people, you just couldn't really enjoy it. I mean, obviously it was beautiful, but yeah, you were literally carried along in a crowd. So I can't even imagine what high season was like. But yeah, it was pretty. It was just busy, and I also felt a bit rushed, like I didn't have time to do everything I wanted. Probably because of the car situation on the way down. So, but yeah, it was.
Why do we dance in the moonlight? Must be a reason why. Why don't we make love in the daytime? Must be a reason why. I discovered a box full of Polaroid pictures. Colors were faded. Man, I miss them. Ain't no place.
So there was more car drama on the way to Split. There was a car crash in a tunnel, so I was like driving through the tunnel and suddenly saw debris everywhere and everyone started braking. And yeah, it was only a couple cars in front. There was like 4 cars, I think, that had all smashed into each other. It was kind of crazy. So that was my first like week, 5 days of solo travel. I feel like even after these 5 days, it felt like it had been weeks. It is very draining being on your own, like having like to constantly think of everything, because there's normally someone else to like bounce ideas off and have those ideas with you. So that aspect of it is just draining, but it's also just really freeing. Like everything felt like so much easier to decide, so much less stressful. Yeah, so on the whole, I would say amazing experience up until that point. Just, yeah, really loved it. So from here, I'm heading to Split and end of solo travel for a week or so and I'm meeting up with my sister and her partner to surprise my mum for her birthday. So that's next week's video. So yeah, I hope you enjoyed this one and come back next week for a surprise video. Thanks for watching.